Zombie is a friend of mine from Camden, Lockbridge, where I do the Camden Market Free Art Man. And he's a character of the Blond Card series, and this series called Blond Posters is part of the Blond Card series. So go to blondcards.com to find out all the different varieties of blond card artworks you can get. But the main ones are these little blond cards that I give out at Camden. These are acrylic paintings on thick paper. I mean, I'd guess that's at least 200 gram. I did it with, I cut out a stencil. I drew onto a lino cut, piece of lino board, cut it out with a box cutter. Got 3 or 4 pieces and used them as stencils. So I got the acrylic paint, painted the stencils yellow first, then got the red stencil to do the eyes, nose and mouth, then put the body stencil down there and painted by hand around it in blue. Then I PVA glued the Advertism on. Then I did the lettering, hand stamped individually with Cailgo printing inks. Then I waited a couple of days for that lot to dry a bit, but not too much, because I like a bit of smudge. Where's a smudgier one? Here. I like a bit of smudge. So if you leave them for like a day instead of like 3 days, when you paint the PVA glue on, makes it a little bit more difficult for forgers to forge them. But you can't forge any of my work because it's all on the blockchain that is my website. So every single one is numbered. That's number 3. And I'll give these away at Camden Market. Go to camdenmarketfreeartman.com for more information. Advertism is the process of allowing artists to get paid without getting paid. So you don't have to pay me for this, but if you come to Camden, you get it and you put it on your wall, I've got my little adverts here all around it, so you're going to pay me back that way. Somebody emailed me once and asked if they could take the all this lot off. I said no, you can't, and then I blocked them. So you've got Gorilla taped hanging holes, so you can put nails on. So these hang on nails. I don't like my work being framed, and I particularly don't like glass in front of art, original art anyway. I mean, if you're going to put glass in front of a painting, you might as well just have a print on the wall, as far as I'm concerned. It's not the same as just having it on the wall like that. Not these silly gold frames they have at the National Gallery. Just put stuff on the wall like that. You can't improve an artwork by dressing it up. You just diminish it. This one's got a hole in. See, there's no damage in my art. So if you get my artwork, it's not damaged. Damage is all part of it. This is the only one with a hole in, but it's number 1 of the edition, so I'm going to keep it. So I get all the bad ones and I give them to myself, and all the good ones I give to you. And yeah, so after all that, I PVA glued the Advertism on, waited that to dry, then I PVA glued over the whole thing, and it's a gloss PVA glue, so it's a bit shiny. Confirmation at the bottom that these are original paintings. These aren't prints. These are all individually hand done. If you want one, come and see me at the Camden Market Free Art Man at Camden Market. I'm there Saturdays and Sundays, 12 o'clock till 3 o'clock, unless the weather's bad or I'm sick. Now we're now in June 2026. In November or October, I'm planning to go to Thailand and around Vietnam for a few months, so I'm not going to be around for the winter. But check on my website, edgeworth.blog, or check at camdenmarketfreeartman.com for my schedule, and I'll let you know, or message me on my Instagram. edgeworth.blog on Instagram, and say where you're going to be at Camden Market tomorrow, and I should be able to let you know. Pencil handwritten on the back. See you at Camden. Here are the stencils. So that's the bottom one. I don't think I used the lips. I don't think I used the hair, but I used the face. So I just cut that out of lino. And that was the first one. That's the first one you do. The yellow. These are some new artworks for the Camden Market Free Art Man. Zombie is a friend of mine from Camden Lockbridge, and I've done these portraits of him. I've done lots of other portraits of him. But you can get these for free. CamdenMarketFreeArtman.com. I'm there Saturdays and Sundays, 12 o'clock till 3 o'clock. I've done 10 of these so far. I'll keep the first 3 or 4 for myself, give the rest away. I think this is A2 size paper, original painting. So I painted this in acrylic paint using stencils I cut out of. I drew onto a bit of lino, I cut it out, and then I drew the stencils in. Did the yellow, the red, did the blue around the edge of that stencil. Then I stamped the letters on individually, hand stamped with Cailgo printmaking inks. Then I glued all the Advertism on here. Then I PVA glued over the whole thing to give it a gloss finish. I think that's about at least 200 gram paper, thick paper. Hang it on the wall. See you at Camden.